Okay, welcome to another Paracho Skills training, and this should be the third episode actually. So we're gonna actually be having a cool discussion on the panels up here, the ones left here, and the ones here. Okay, so it's very simple to use Illustrator as long as you've got the basic knowledge about Photoshop. Though Photoshop tools are not the same thing as Illustrator tools, but I think find out that some of your tools are right here, like this one and this one. They are quite useful tools which you're gonna be using a lot in Illustrator. Though there's some also other fundamental tools that are actually in Illustrator which are not actually in Photoshop. So that just says the fact that it's about the ease of the tools right here. As in, you have different kind of tools and you have to know different kind of functions you can perform with those tools. Now, we've got some stuff right here which could be quite confusing. I'm gonna take a quick dive through everything. Now let's start with this place, okay? Now, I think I'm gonna have to delete all this trash. Yeah, trash. Yeah, trash. So I could actually draw a new square. Okay, now when I draw a new square, as you can see, this is what we call the fill. Once you see the black stuff in the middle of this stuff, that means this is the stroke. So now I could just click on the fill and I could apply a color red. That's good. If I don't want to use this place that is right here, I could just go here instead, this place instead, and give it a red tint instead. As you can see, this looks pretty cool. So with the selections, let's just delete this. This is wrong. So now I want to customize the stroke. I could just click on this place and give it a stroke color called blue. Yeah, that's the white because I didn't drag the stuff to this place, blue, and I drag to this place. So the stroke is blue, but you can't see it here because it's just so thin. So I'm going to increase the stroke width using this place right here. And look, we've got a stroke of 10 pt. You see, this is a very thick stroke, somehow thick. If I want a good stroke, I just give it 70, and you're gonna see the magic. And whoa, we've got 70 stroke. So that's kind of quite cool. As you can see, this is so cool. So now we can actually work on the stroke right here. So now one thing to know is the fact that you might wonder, what is this tool used for? It's what we call the swap fill and stroke. You can just press Shift X. Let's press Shift X. I can use the Shift X button to swap the stroke, okay, to swap the stroke and fill. So I could just use this, okay. I could just change the stroke and fill. This is just if you don't want to stretch yourself and change the stroke and fill, or maybe you made some mistake and want to turn it back, you just use that. Now, one thing you can actually do with this is that you can see some set of colors here. This is what we call none. If I click this and I click none, that means the stroke is set to none, okay. Now if I change it back to this particular place, this one overlaps this one, and I click this, that means the fill is none, okay. And also if I just click this and I click this, that means I want to turn this stuff into a gradient, okay. And look, we've got some gradients, and I can just click on this, double click on this, double click on this and apply some color swatches, and look, I've got my gradients here. I could just double click on this and use the fill color button right here and get some other colors. Yeah, some other colors right here, and you see I could get some good colors from here. So that means I just change this into a gradient. And don't forget, with the gradient tool, I can draw the gradients to where I want the gradient to be. Trust me. Yeah, this looks cool. So that's just one thing about that part. And if I just press, that means I want a normalized fill, just a normalized color. When I click this, when I click this, you see it's just a normalized color like that. Click this, just a normalized color like that. So that's just one thing you need to know about this. Now about the tools here, I can just use draw inside, the draw inside tool. So the draw inside tool, which is those, we have the draw normal, draw behind, and the draw inside tool. This actually applies in different shape. Look at this. I have a shape right here, and I think I'm gonna set this to the draw normal. So this is just draw normal tool. Now when I click on the draw behind tool, now with the draw normal tool, when I draw this, it's gonna be seen at the front of the shape. But when I click the draw behind tool, when I draw this, it's gonna be seen at the back of the shape, as you can see, at the back of the shape. And when I draw this, it's gonna have to just create a mask inside the shape, as you can see. Create a mask inside the shape wherever it wants to create it. So that's what's interesting about that. And when you click on this, it's just to change the screen mode. When you click on this, play full screen mode with menu bar. It's gonna change when you want presentation mode or full screen mode. Anyone you want, which one suits you best. And also you can actually click this to select some tools which you will not find right here. And just scroll down, and I think almost all my tools are here. And you see, depending on the one it's meant to show. And that's just all about this place. Now we'll go to this place next. Okay, in this place you could find some set of tools which are kind of quite confusing, but let's just say, okay, forget about that. Okay, so now if I drew a shape, you can see I can set the fill right here. Okay, I could also set the stroke, any stroke I want to set. Also, when I click on the stroke panel, I could set whether I want a round stroke, a projecting cap. Okay, see, a round stroke, a projecting cap, a bevel join, or round join, any kind of stroke I want. Any kind of stroke I want. Okay, I'm sorry, the video screen recorder is having some issues right here with some glitches. So you can see right here. So I can actually select any kind of stroke I want, kind of stroke function I want. I want a dash stroke, and I can get a dark stroke if I really want it. Okay, though you don't really notice it that much because in fact the stroke is kind of incredibly big. So I never really noticed it anyway. It depends on the gap between the stroke. If I put 2 dash, it notice the fact that the stroke just decreased. So let's just see a lot of functions about the stroke. Now we could actually adjust the stroke here if we want a weird looking stroke. See, if you want a weird looking stroke, it can change it to look like a weird looking one. As interesting. That's what Illustrator is good at doing. Also, you can actually adjust if you want your stroke to look like this, or if you want it to look like this, whatever shape you want your stroke to look like. Also, you can actually change the opacity. Look, I am manipulating the opacity right now, and this looks cool. Also, I can change the style if I want it to look like this. As in, I'm gonna click on this, then the style I want it to look like this. Look, yeah, it's just changed to that. So that's my graphic style. So now, if I want to recolor the artwork, I could just select some good colors right here, change the color, change the anywhere I want my color, and press OK. So if you want to record artwork, that's just where you have to go. Now, next thing about this one is if you want to align to artboard, it's aligned to my artboard. If I say align to selection, that means anything I select, align to the selection. Okay, to the selection of what I select. But I say align to, well, it's always aligned to artboard. Now, I can always say the align horizontal align center. That means it's going to align horizontally. Press this, align to left, align to right, align vertical, align top, vertical align center, and vertical align bottom. So you can see just for your aligning stuff. Now the shape, you can adjust the shape right here. You can scale the corner, scale the stroke. Actually adjust a set of functions right here with the shape, the width, the rectangular height, rectangular width, the rectangular angle, the corner radius, yeah, both of the side, of the left, of the right, of the top, of the down place. So that's what you can actually do with the shape. Now with the transform layer, you could do a lot of stuff like adjust the top, the width, the height, down, the angle, scale the corner, scale the stroke, scale everything. Another thing you can actually do is you can isolate selected object. Let me see if you want to select all these objects out of a group of objects. You can actually use this menu to do anything you want to do with the objects, then you decide to not affect the other group. So now look at this. We've got to select similar object. That means you want to select objects that look exactly like this with the color and stuff like that. If you say all, you want to have the fill color, you want to have the stroke, you want to have the fill and stroke color. So you can use to select multiple objects. So we have a tool which can be selected, which I think the lasso tool and the magic wand tool. Now we've got the global edit option, which you can just say something to match the appearance or the size. You can select on any artboard you want to select it, just to mark it and just to look for the property in which you have to mark it and to apply the effect all at the same time. Now with this one effect, which aligns selected to pixel grid, you can align to the pixel grid. Okay, that's if you make it a pixel perfect. Also with this, you can just snap to pixel grids and stuff like that. Now for this one also, yeah, just snap to the pixel grid and stuff like that. When you are drawing stuff, snap to the pixel grid. Okay, though I don't do stuff like that. Now the next one, which is right here, is just for you to choose the one which you want it to be right here. The options in which you wish that they were there. You can see that all of them are actually chosen, and that's all about that. So in the next tutorial, we'll discuss stuffs and functions about this place and the topmost layer right here. Okay, so that's just one thing you need to know about Adobe Illustrator. It's so simple to use. I might talk about the interface right here and interface right here. We're going to talk about this one, I'm going to talk about this one. We might take a little bit of look into Pathfinder tools and aligning tools and stuff like that. So just Be patient. If you love what we are doing, give it a thumbs up on this video, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Check out our other tutorials too on other software. Thank you very much. Goodbye, and please stay safe.